Day 5. About to head to the gym early to get a little breakfast before training. Striking classes have been progressing pretty interestingly. We're working a lot on the double step low kick, using long guard, and just a heavy emphasis on footwork and distance management. And sparring has gone pretty well. Everyone for the most part is remaining uninjured. I think the grappling is actually beating us up more than the kickboxing. So it goes. All right, let's get to it. It occurred to me that I hadn't recorded the rest of the sports club, so here you guys go. Take a look. This is one of their 2 major weight rooms, and it is very clearly stocked. There were at least a couple of days when Jeff came here to work out before class because he's crazy. Obviously, these are the mats where we were practicing, but behind that area was this open sort of calisthenics and cardio space with a big screen where they would run promo for fights. Back there, tons of heavy bags and another smaller boxing ring for more practice. More open areas here. I'm assuming that wrestling and jiu-jitsu practice are also done here. I mean, really, this is just a super massive space. I'm still kind of in awe that we were allowed to train here. Julius found a successful tool for himself early on in the round with this lead roundhouse kick to the body. When I watch the footage, I recognize that my elbows stay somewhat flared out from my torso, which leaves a nice space that can be filled by a 45-degree cut kick, and clearly he noticed that too. Again, he's fitting that kick in pretty much any time he can, and it's landing well, especially when he catches me here on my slip. With ill intent, that would have completely winded me more than likely. He does it again here, and the more I watch my footage, the more I realize that's a habit I need to check before someone decides to kick me in the head. Jeet Kune Do has a principle called attack by drawing, and in theory, making myself look available by dropping my hands should bait him to come further forward so that I can counter. But Julius plays it safe and never really overcommits on any strikes. I am able to tag him with something here, though. Every now and then I slip a little Tekken into my real sparring. Overall, Julius is a very steady sparring partner, and he's also got a very severe look, which in and of itself makes him kind of intimidating to stand against. I think we had a good time, but sorry again for kicking you in your mouth, man. Here's my round with Pat. He'd been a great sport about our jiu-jitsu match the previous night, and the way he saw it, doing a round of stand-up would make us even, since I have more experience and comfort in that realm. By this point, Pat had been watching me spar enough that he wasn't trying to get drawn into my whole perpetual bait and switch act. I am tapping his guard a lot though, which allows me to get off some nice jabs like this one. Here's where things start getting juicy. I was actually surprised when I watched this footage back. I think this is about exactly halfway through the round, if I remember correctly, so we were building a good pace. Again, dropping the hands to draw him forward, but I'm too early with the side kick. If he'd actually rushed in, that would have impaled him. And then here comes a really cool back and forth to end the round. Pat's head is already offline. He tags me with a nice low kick here, slips the cross. I'm throwing kind of long here, and I think I lose my balance, which is why that kick lands how it does on his knee. My bad, Pat, but it also looked kind of cool.
Get your feet, so.
That's right, your eyes don't deceive you. Our friendly mobility coach is also quite the combat athlete herself, which I am here going to learn the hard way. And boom, the moment that really wakes me up. Kicks may seem light on camera, but you can see how wide her legs are. Imagine that slamming into your torso. I wasn't trying to play with it. So already, both of us have introduced a weapon the other respects. She, my straight punches, and I, her body kicks. Ashley's brother and lifelong training partner is an amateur MMA fighter himself. Given that, I imagine her baseline sparring output is already higher than most. And maybe that's why she tried to straight up decapitate me here.
Oh.
But I didn't take it personally. Ashley knew full well her kicks were effective, so she really started pouring them on.
Oh.
In turn, I tried to capitalize on her transitions back to neutral stance, or else lull her forward and then pop her with another jab. Watch this exchange. Look at this punch that I pull. Now see what it looks like when I don't pull it. Same strike, same posture. It landed more flush than I expected, but Ashley's tough, and I'm positive she's taken bigger stuns than that. So I kept my guard up. I knew retaliation was inbound. Ashley and I had started in the middle of the previous 3-minute timer, so we weren't on the same clock as everybody else. But internally, I had a feeling that we were reaching the 3-minute mark. So I double-checked with Eric here without taking my eyes off her so I don't get plastered. And then, as we were debriefing the match, it happened. He appeared. He approached. And with a touch of gloves, the boss battle was about to begin. Before either of us threw so much as a jab, I could sense how outclassed I truly was, and being a bit starstruck didn't help. This is a man whose channel I'd been following for years, whose skills I greatly admired, and who was now testing mine directly. I wanted to represent myself and my dojo, and I was in my head. Jeff was operating purely on instinct. An overreactive slip that leaves my head exposed, and because Jeff's a nice guy, he doesn't kick it into the stratosphere. I'm occasionally successful at getting out of counter range, but I'm barely landing anything effective to begin with. There are tools I'm not using. I'm nervous, I'm on the back foot, and he's completely in his element. A sharp body kick, perhaps my cleanest technique of the round, and it's immediately punished. Truth is, I'm overwhelmed, frustrated, and throwing blind. Whether I mean to or not, I initiate a clinch battle, and I'm woefully underprepared. This is a Muay Thai crew I'm up against. The nerves have been shaken off. I'm trying to settle in, regain my composure. For a brief moment, we begin to have the match I thought we would. Evasions, frames, and blocks, short strikes just missing. But it doesn't last long. His sword always proves sharper. This is the most exhausted I've felt in any match throughout the entirety of the camp. Not just physically, but mentally. I don't know what to do. And I'm well beyond formulating any kind of strategy. I'd just like to hit him, if that's possible. But then he goes and does stuff like that. I should have listened to Edward behind the camera when he told me here to throw a body kick into the cross. He trains with Jeff after all and should know. But I'm stubborn, and for my disobedience, I get swept.
Jack, on 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
My health bar is rapidly depleting. This boss battle is coming to an end, and I'm not the victor. So, it happened. I sparred Jeff Chan today, and I got pieced up, which is to be expected. I'm grateful because, first of all, I think it kind of broke the seal. Now I wouldn't mind asking him if he wants to go for a round. I think at first I was just, I was frankly nervous about it. I mean, it's sort of like, what if I'm bad? He was very gracious about it, and super fun to spar with, obviously. Tricky, everything you see him do online is like exactly what he does to you, and it's miraculous how comfortable he is showing and explaining every detail, not every detail, but a lot of the details of his fighting game, just to be able to pull it off against you anyway flawlessly, which is the true sign of expertise. I think I went in just kind of wanting to play a counter game with him, but I know he's also a counter fighter. He was certainly more assertive than I am. Most of the people I spar with tend to be, and I kind of rely on that. I'm learning through this week, though, that I gotta find times to kind of pour it on. I guess with certain partners, I've gotten more assertive, but he was applying really great pressure, was doing really cool sweeps and dumps, Muay Thai style stuff that I just haven't practiced defending enough to know what I was doing. And it's interesting because a lot of this week people have been telling me that they feel like I have it's been two things. They'll say either I move kind of like head movement wise like a boxer, or that like I'm in and out like a karate guy. But, karate guys are known for having like super sideways, narrow stances, which is actually more like what Jeff has been teaching all this week. And my stance isn't always like that, or certainly isn't like that to start. I do tend to be a little bit more square, perhaps too square than I need to be, too square than I need to, more square than I need to be. I can't say that I ever like caught him with anything ridiculous or shocking. I tried to sneak in some body blows here and there, and tried to, you know, do my head movement stuff. Some bad habits popped up that he very kindly chose not to capitalize on in the moment. But overall, really good time, and I look forward to getting in at least one more this week. Time to eat. After crushing the banh mi you saw being made for me earlier, and this delicious tea that makes Snapple taste like gasoline, I joined my buddies for a trip to the new Koi Cafe.
They know they're used to people like, oh,
Yeah.
you got fruit?
Oh yeah, what you holding? What you holding?
You seen Finding Nemo? Mine?
Yeah, mine.
They just follow each other like,
Yeah.
Your finger just and let it suck on that finger.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a nice shop in next to the first hotel out.
You went already?
Huh?
You went?
I did.
Which hotel?
Vin Pearl 81. It's like in District 2. It's 30 minutes from
You
here.
stayed there?
Yeah.
Can I like open? There we go.
Yeah, we can go there.
Let's see. Let's drop a few, I guess.
Oh my-
oh my god.
It got violent.
And I'm going to go to that store and buy.
Oh, they're very firm.
What, they're like the fish, the bodies?
Yeah.
I think I heard
I
one of
thought
them
it'd be
swallow.
squishy, but no, they had like a freaking. No, they're not squishy at all.
Hello. That's just my hand. Don't eat me. Lunch at the Koi Cafe was really fun. It wound up being one of the biggest groups outside of training yet, and Arturo told us a story that I cannot allow to be repeated in this vlog. I took grappling easy that night and wound up mostly observing.
Let's go. You got it. Get up, cut that calf. Let's see, Turo.
This is not the kind of thing I'll retain unless I see it over again.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah. That's cool. Do you want to do the drill?
Yeah, tomorrow when I spar him and in kickboxing.
Yeah, I got you.
This is my side.
I also got to watch Jeff and Ashley go at it. This is the last bit of their round. Did y'all know that Jeff Chan has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? You probably did. I didn't, so anytime I got to watch him roll was a real treat. And Ashley is a brown belt, so this is probably the highest level match that took place all week. Something I really admire about Jeff is how comfortable he is in inverted positions. Yeah. Here we go.
She didn't have to tap, trust me. She has the mobility.
Now this is really dope. I want y'all to meet Jinx and remember her face because she's definitely going to be tearing some ACLs at ADCC within a few years. She was a local jiu-jitsu practitioner who was looking to start competing, and so she jumped in on our training toward the end of the week. As gnarly as her skills are, she's super kind and humble, so it was a real treat to work with her. Her Instagram will be in my description if you want to keep up with her journey. I know I will be. After training, it was grub time at a local place recommended by Quack.
See what it's about. Thank you.
How we working this?
Some noodles on the spoon. Put some veggies too on the spoon. You can dip it and then put it on the spoon. And then there's meat in there. So there's like meatballs in there. Meatball, yeah, that's meat.
Just eat it?
Sorry. Yeah, probably.
Your head is almost touching those.
Dennis, you like basketball a lot. There might be a team who needs you, bro. Let's get sport glasses. Yeah, exactly. A handful of us returned to the Koi Cafe for a late night beverage and some language exchange.
Again. Cái này bao nhiêu tiền? Carros.
I can't roll my R like that.
Bonds were deepening, inside jokes were being formed, so it was becoming harder to shake that inescapable knowledge that soon it would all have to end.